All right, those are live visuals there from Soweto. It concludes the minister's address. A very important day. It's the first day of the schooling year for all the inland schools. Now, as schools open in Gauteng, some parents in Pimville and Soweto are adamant their children will not enter the gates of Mdelwatha Primary School. Now, this is because it's in a bad condition. Parents claim the school has major infrastructure challenges, including an asbestos ceiling. eNCA's Heidi Giokos is there for us and joins us for the very latest. Good morning, Heidi. What exactly is the concern for most of these parents that have decided that children should not be entering the school gates today?
Yes, so I think it's mainly got to do with infrastructure challenges in Mfundo, and some parents seem to be divided on the matter. Some say their children must go into the school. It's the first day of the academic year, while others are saying they will not let their children in because it's a huge safety risk given the state of the school. We are just going to show you some visuals of parents that have gathered outside, and then we'll be taking a tour into the school, so please just bear with us for now. But all the learners have been asked to move inside the school. They are on a field for now because they aren't moving into the school yet because they were just worried about the safety concerns being on the road and outside with cars passing by. It is a primary school, so you have very young learners at this stage. But I want us to just start walking. We are going to be walking through the school so we can actually see these infrastructure challenges. We are joined by a parent who you have two of your kids at this particular school? Three, okay. Maybe just tell us why you aren't willing to let your children come into the school.
Okay, first of all, the building itself just fell apart a few days ago. Actually, not a few days ago, it's been a while. The building fell apart. The toilets are not working. Kids have to wait for 8 hours to come back at home and use the toilets. The building itself is not in a good state. So when the schools were closed, they tried to fix the ceiling. When they fixed the ceiling yesterday fell. So what if it was today? The kids were in school and that happened. So what I was trying to say about our kids, are they not important more than anyone else? I've got even older ones from my sister who are here in school, they're in high school. We've been trying to get the department in talks with this. We don't mind as parents to fundraise. For example, we pay 30 rands and 40 rands for the stationery book covers. But where does that money go? If I calculate, not all parents have paid that money. We've made 32,000. That 32,000, what do they do with it? If every child paid that money, it will be 46,000. What do they do with it? Every Friday we pop up 5 rands. What do we do with it? We've got 9 million rands budget for the whole school for the whole year. What do they do? This is how the school looks on an everyday basis. So what are you trying to tell us?
Let's just show these visuals. Mfundo, we're going to ask Mdelwatha to just show you the state of the school. So parents are, of course, alleging that the school is completely dilapidated. It is not in a good condition, and I think the visuals speak for themselves. We are going to also ask Mdelwatha to just come this side where the stairs also seem to be quite a concern for parents, and this is something that parents have told me throughout the morning, that the stairs also seem to be quite a problem. And as I mentioned, it is a primary school, so this is you're dealing with very young kids at the moment, and they feel as though these stairs are eventually going to I don't know what the word is, but it just doesn't seem as though this is a safe environment for the kids. We are going to, maybe just to elaborate first.
Okay, here, you know how kids are very jumpy? It can just fall anytime, because when you step here, it shows there's rust and it can open anytime with this huge rains that are coming. It's not really safe, you know? There's a classroom here from top to bottom. The classroom's got a hole. When you sweep on top, the dust goes down to the little ones. I've got a child here who's bronchitis, I've got a child here who's asthmatic. So how are they accommodating this child? They've got things that say safety first. Where's the safety of the kids in everyday life? Violating the rights of the kids to learn. How can you learn in such an institute? Don't get us wrong. The problem is the building, not the teaching and learning. The school is good in teaching and learning, But the building itself is not conducive for our own kids. It's not safe at all. I'm just hoping it's opened. I just wanted to show you that classroom that it's got a big hole.
I also want us to speak about the bathrooms. Apparently the bathrooms are not working and there's no running water.
We don't have any. There is no bathroom. The doors are still locked. See, this is part of the ceiling that was fixed, that fell yesterday. So what if the child was still here? What was going to happen?
Sorry, you're saying the ceiling was fixed yesterday?
No, the ceiling was fixed in November. It fell yesterday.
Okay, so what are you hoping is the solution to this? Because in the background we can hear very eager learners who want to learn. It's the first day of school. They're also excited. But now, what's the situation?
We're asking the department, please give us mobile classes and mobile toilets so kids can learn while you're fixing this problem. This building needs to be demolished and start afresh. This is asbestos. It's not allowed. This is asbestos. It's not a building for primary kids. This is #1 school in the whole of Kingdom. So what are you trying to say about our black kids? Where should we send them? We should send them to the multiracial schools. Even Indy, when she came last time, she said she wouldn't send her own child here. And if she's refusing that, I've got a footage, her saying that.
Okay.
So
take us through throughout the rest of the school. Is there something else that you want to show us where it's...
the ablution.
Okay, let's move over to the ablution facilities. Let's just take a walk down, or we can go this way. Mfunda, just bear with us. And I think this is so important because this is not the first time I've covered a story in Soweto where schools are completely dilapidated and really a major risk hazard, a safety hazard, because there's been one school in White City and I think the other one was in Dobsonville. This is highly problematic because you have parents saying, we want our children to come to these schools. Of course, they are in the township and they want the same kind of treatments that they would get in any other area. But this doesn't seem to be the case here, and they are, of course, calling for the department to at least provide mobile classrooms until they are able to sort the school out. So I think what's interesting is that you keep hearing parents saying that there is 9 million rand that is allocated per year for the school, but many are asking where does that money actually go to, because it certainly does not go into infrastructure. And yes, while infrastructure does deteriorate over some time, there should be a program of maintenance, especially if the school does look like this. Of course, learning might be disrupted today because parents are refusing to let their children into the classrooms because they say that they will be at risk should they do so. Just bear with us, Mfunda, because we will be moving through here. Okay, let's just show these visuals. So these are the visuals of the ablution facilities, and according to parents, they do not work. Do these toilets work?
No, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't. They're not working.
So how do learners go to the toilet?
From last year, we were using just the one row of the toilets, not this other one.
And is the department aware of this? Do they know?
Yes, they are aware of it.
What has the department engaged with you about the state of the school?
They said they took the file to DID, so now the case is over to the DID. So, meantime, what do we do?
DID being the Department of Infrastructure and Development. Okay.
But this is the ongoing case for the toilet upstairs. See the mold? See the mold? The rain, when it's raining, it goes from up until here. The rain. So you see the mold. How healthy is this?
This water dropping in from the toilet upstairs.
Sorry, just repeat that.
The water you see here dropping from the ceiling is from the toilet upstairs. Mm-hmm.
Completely unacceptable. This should not be the state that learners are subjected to or need to be working in. I think this is a brilliant visual. If Mahmoudi can just turn around and we can just show you that there is no water at all. This is very unhygienic. I mean, the tap just broke. So there is no water. I mean, these taps, this one, I can't even open this tap. And it's not because I'm not strong, it's because the tap is just not opening. I mean, my colleague is trying, he managed to open it, there we go. The tap is, there's no water at all, so clearly...
Tried fixing the system the other day, but because of the material used, the nails couldn't stick to the boards here because of the structure. It's not holding anymore.
Is there any other area in the school that you think should be highlighted because it is of a concern?
People can stay for more than 5 minutes without 5 hours not going to the loo. So really, these are kids. They cannot hold themselves pressed until they get home. This is unacceptable, totally unacceptable.
So what are you suggesting is done? What are you hoping comes out of this?
We've been fighting this battle for over years now. So we were really hoping that, as we were promised by the district director, Mdelwatha, she promised to bring us mobile toilets and mobile classes in the process of demolishing the whole building, starting the process of building the school. Because she actually promised that the school is in the tendering process, those are the final stages, I believe. So we're really expecting some change in the school.
It's the first day of the academic year, and you know, as I mentioned, you can hear eager voices at the back there, and they have to be subjected to these kinds of conditions.
It's totally embarrassing. I still believe, I don't know who to blame anymore, ourselves for allowing this for so long to happen, or the government. You know, when the district director mentioned that she wouldn't bring her own kids in the school, it really rang a bell to me. Good to know. It's really, I am kidding myself here. Yes, we really demand change. Thank you.
Certainly, I think it's a very warranted demand, because this environment is just not conducive for anybody. And if you're telling me that the district director wouldn't even bring her own child here, Mfundo, so I think what they're trying to do is just calm the children down, because many were, of course, wanting to start the academic year. There's another ablution facility that we can also show you that's also in quite a bad state, according to parents. Let's just try and get in here and show you these visuals.
Heidi, I must say, though, that those visuals that you just showed us are very shocking. And without those visuals, there could easily be people at home that would have thought that these parents are just here disrupting the start of the academic year. But honestly, this is a health hazard.
A complete health hazard, Mfundo, especially because, you know, when it comes to water and ablution facilities, that should be number one and top priority, and that doesn't seem to be the case here. It almost seems as though they've just completely neglected the fact that people will need ablution facilities, where these are young children that we're talking about. And it just doesn't seem as though there's been any consideration with this. I think what's also interesting, and maybe we can get more perspective from you, is that you're saying to me that last year, October, November, there was, if I can call it an uprising from parents to say something needs to be done. The school was shut down, but it doesn't seem as though anything was done over the holidays.
Okay. We were asked by the SGB of the school. Since I'm not part of the SGB, I'm just a parent. And at that time, I was standing as an organization under Soweto Parliament. I was given the mandate by the parents. We were asked to please let the kids write the final exam. During December holidays, there is a letter stating that they will work on fixing the school. Me, the councillor, and the SGB will work on getting mobile toilets, mobile classes, but that never happened. As I've alluded, that we as parents are doing everything to support the kids in school. Meaning when they want this fundraising, we comply. Because what is the fundraising for? To make sure that our kids get into a healthy, good school. But why do we pay that amount? You know, when you calculate, as I told you, it's like 32,000 rands yesterday. What do you do with that? Look at this toilet, it's in tatters. The ether outside there, it's not holding. We've got heavy rains. And anything could happen, because the ether is for the lightning. So what if the lightning hits one of the kids? When are we going to say, oh, shame, sorry, mommy, they come and bring vegetables for you, your child is dead? Getting a child up to speed in education, it's doable. But replacing a life, it's not doable. I've got 3 kids, that's a whole family in one school. Anything should happen to one child or all of them, I'm done. I am done as a parent. So what is our government saying? What are they saying about this?
Certainly, I think something definitely needs to be done about this in Fundo, but we'll obviously try and get response from the Department of Education in the province. We've also heard that the district manager is on her way and she will be engaging with parents, because the visuals that we showed you in the beginning of the live crossing, parents are outside, they are trying to come up with a solution to all of this, because teaching and learning needs to go on, but in what environment and to what end? And I think that's what parents are trying to come up with a solution to say, what do we do moving forward, because they can't fix the school in one day, and mobile classrooms might take long to be issued. So we'll just keep monitoring the situation and see what happens to it.